I'm so excited. I have my first date for my online profile, but I have no idea how to prepare. Hey girl, I'm Nicole and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you want to learn how to date well, how to not waste your time with the wrong man, and how to position yourself to be found by the man of your prayers, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell because I make videos every week and I don't want you to miss a thing. So we talked about how to set up your profile, how to determine if a guy is trying to scam you, how to determine if a profile is a good profile. And so you kind of converse back and forth with a few guys. And now it's time for your first date. So we're going to talk about how to prepare. Be sure to check out this playlist right here because all of those videos that I just talked about will be listed right here. So online dating, and to be honest, dating in general can be stressful. And so the first thing I would suggest before your first date is to do something that you find to be a stress reliever. So for some people, it's going to the gym. Some people it's getting a massage. Some people it's just dancing around in their bedroom. Whatever that is for you, do that before your first date. Tip number 2 is to plan a date that also is not as stressful. Typically, what I would suggest is a coffee date. But sometimes that can be a little awkward. Speaking of conversation starters, the best thing to do is maybe something interactive like bowling or an arcade, putt-putt golf, something where you guys can kind of chit-chat and get to know each other, but it's not so awkward. So my next tip can seem a little bit of a downer. However, in this day and age, people are a little crazy and, it can be kind of dangerous. So my best bet is to tell someone where you're going, when and where. Next tip is to plan something scheduled right after your date. This can help in one or two ways. So the first thing, if the date isn't going well and you have a way out planned up front before the date even begins. This is also helpful because it limits your time in case the date is going well and you're tempted to prolong it after dinner, maybe drinks, dessert, push it on and on and on. This way it's a time limit and it will increase the excitement for the next date. My next tip is to meet at the location. Unfortunately, as I said before, you never know who you're meeting. So it's best for the first few days just to meet at the location. Next tip is to just be yourself. I know it's so tempting to put on the face to be the person that you think the person sitting across the table from you wants you to be, but that's not sustainable. You won't be able to, he won't be able to know if he likes you if he's just liking the fake you. Just be yourself. The next tip is to be an active listener. Sometimes you meet someone new and you want them to know all about you, which is great. I mean, the time will come for them to learn more about you, but it's also good to be an active listener. So be sure that he enjoys, he likes. And so that way, not saying don't drink at all, a nice cocktail or beer with your dinner goes great. However, you do not want to get overly intoxicated to where anything to embarrass yourself and ruin your first impression. My next tip is to keep the conversation light. So I suggest to limit any conversation about religion, politics, or your exes. I mean, those topics, although very important, maybe not necessarily for the first date. So let the conversation about those topics unfold naturally as your relationship, friendship, courtship progress. And if you want to learn more about conversation starters, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell because in my next video, I'll give you 15 conversation starters that'll keep the conversation flowing all evening. And while you wait for that video, be sure to check out these videos right here because it's the playlist because they're all about plus size dating. And as always, let's elevate our lives together. Later.